Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I am working on 6x8 pocket pages. These are still photos from my time in Prague last summer, and I am working on the Jewish cemetery. So I don't want to do anything too crazy with these. I want it to be very reverent, very reflective, not anything too crazy. So I've picked out my photos. I also have an extra one here that I think I'm going to need to do a flip, but I need other things to put in the flip. I am willing, sorry if you hear that noise. It's my cat messing around over there. I'm willing to move these around somewhat if it works better to add them to the flip and have another card on here somewhere. So I'm keeping an open mind about that. I did pick out this one card because I thought the color matched and it would allow me to do some decent journaling. So I have all of that. I've also pulled this sheet of chipboard embellishments because there are a couple of things I thought I could use on here. I have this one and I have this one, possibly even this, but they all have kind of the green and light blue shades which are in here, and so I thought those might work nicely. So that's what I have to start with, but I have to find some cards, I may have to move some photos, and who knows what else. But let's get started. So I found this card in my stash, and while the blue on it is different, what I have here in the sky is a very, very light blue. I like it because it has this brownish tan with maybe a hint of orange tone in there. I like that it has that in the background, which matches well here. So I think I am going to try to work this in, probably in the flip. I don't know that I would want it here because it doesn't match super well, but probably in the flip somewhere. So that helps me out a little bit. Then I still have to find a third thing because you need, or no, I don't, because this will be on top, this would be on the other side, and then it'll sit somewhere. Okay, so the numbers are good. That helps. So picture-wise, I think I'm set. Then I have to figure out what do I want to do with embellishments around here. I did make one change with photos. I decided to move these. They were like this. I'm going to change them up a little bit just to distribute this more tan color. Otherwise, it would have all been on the same page. So I'm going to move that over here. There's a little bit here poking out and here. And so I think that gives it just a much better color balance. So I'm going to go with this configuration. And then I also put together the flip. So this photo will be on top. This is what you'll see when that flips down. This is what will be in back. So I worked on the arrangement and that is set. Now I'm going to figure out where to put these. So I am going to use this little pennant or flag because the stripes go horizontally on it. It was featured that way on the sheet here. I want it to mimic the lines that are on this card. So I want them both going horizontally. So I think what I'm going to do is take it and put it right here in this upper right hand corner of this photo. And I'm really not losing anything because if you look at that, it's just a wall in the background and some leaves on trees. So I'm not losing anything there. So I'm going to do, let's see, no, I'll go right here. So it'll be flush to the top of the photo and a little bit in, but not much. And there you go. So I think that adds just a nice little bit of visual interest, and it ties together this element and this element. Well, I decided to switch up my arrangement after all, because I want to use this chipboard element, and I knew I probably wanted it up here somewhere. It didn't work with the configuration of photos that I had. So I've adjusted a little bit. I've moved some things over here on this side. I've adjusted my flip, which is going to be here. And that will allow me to use this chipboard at the bottom of this photo. And as you can see, there's some space here. And so I think I will probably end up stamping on it. I'll have to use StazOn because this is a somewhat slick surface to the top of this chipboard, but that's okay. So since I want to use this, I think it's smarter to stamp on it first rather than put it on the photo stamp, and then if it doesn't go well, I have to try to get that chipboard off of the photo and cover this up with something. So I'm going to stamp first, and I've decided to use this stamp set. Whoops, there we go. This is from Kelly Perky. It's called Travel Words. It's from 2019. This is one of my new favorite sets. I've used it quite a bit already. I'm going to use it again. And I've got my stamps at the ready here, and I've chosen to use the stamps that say Europe right here. So I have that one, and then Travelog, which is up here. So I've put them together so they will be side by side, and then when I stamp them, they'll be just like that. And there you have it. There it is with my stamping. I did use my stays on for that because it was not a matte surface, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to smear. So that is on there, and then I'm going to place it just like that in the lower right hand corner. Move that out of the way so that when I place it over here, that's how it'll look on that side, and then it will balance out the chipboard that's on this side. So that's really what I was going for, and then this other green stripe with a pattern is in the middle, so it kind of gives me a visual triangle with my greens there, which is perfect. So for this journaling card, I've decided that I want to do some splattering on it to kind of bring in that more brown tone. So I have selected this option. This is Glimmer Mist by Tattered Angels, and you can see the nice sparkly color there, and they call this light rosewood. If my camera would focus. Hello. Why won't it focus? There we go. Light rosewood. So that's what it'll look like. So I'm just going to shake it up a little bit so it's ready to go. And then add some to the card. Get some in this lower corner here if I can. There we go. Oop, that gave me a little more than I intended, but you know what? That's probably okay. Let's see here. Yep, I think that's enough. I don't want to have too much. It's already a little more than what I thought I might get, so this will be fine, and I'm going to let that dry. All right, so while this card is drying, I'm going to attach the pocket here. So these are made by Simple Stories, and they come with adhesive already on them. So all you have to do is just remove the adhesive, and then you just line up your pocket as best you can so that it matches what's in the pocket below, and then you press. And some people don't like to do it this way. They like to overlap it over the top. I don't like that. I don't like anything hanging over the top that folds back on something that's behind it, so I choose not to do that. So I actually have it flipping downward so that it works like that. When I was looking at the rest of this, I had contemplated using this arrow, and I've decided I don't like it. The kind of almost neon green here, the lime green, I just don't like the way it looks, so I'm not going to add that. So actually, I think in terms of embellishments, this is probably it. I will just let this be a visual triangle of sorts and not add any other embellishments. And then this does break out some of the color with this. I don't think this necessarily needs anything either. If I did anything, I would only splatter on it, and I'm not sure it needs it. So for now, I think I'm going to leave it like this, and then as soon as this is totally dry, I'll just put it in the page protector. Okay, everything is dry and ready to go. So let's take a close-up look here of the left-hand side. So that's where I did my stamping. I've got the flip. There's the lower part, and then the right-hand side. So just a little bit splattering on my card, a little bit of chipboard here, and that's it. And I think for this one, given that it has a fairly somber tone, that's enough. So this one is done. Another one finished for Prague. Thanks for watching.